Good morning, everyone. It is 5 a.m. and I am here at Amazon Flex, the new warehouse that is absolutely gigantic right behind me. Today we're going to do an Amazon Flex package delivery block. I got a 3-hour block. I almost didn't make it, which I would have probably gotten fired, but if you're new to my channel, my name is Toni. I'm a full-time gig worker and a mom, and I just take you guys along with me as I work all these different platforms in the Florida market. Today I'm in Sefner, and I don't know, I kind of show you the ins and outs, the goods, the bad, just so you kind of get a good idea of what you're doing when you get out there and do it yourself. If that sounds like something that you might be interested in, like this video so we can get it up to the top and let YouTube's algorithms know that you might get some use out of this channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so now. I would really appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm just waiting maybe like 5 more minutes for her to go up there and give me a block, and I'll show you guys as much as I can. Alright guys, we are on the road to the first stop, and I apologize for the noise. I'm on the highway and it does get very noisy. So we have 32 packages. I would have loved to show you more at the warehouse, but you're not supposed to record. So I actually had to go at least like 15 feet from an entrance before I could actually record without anybody noticing. Now this is all new to me because I started Amazon Flex October of last year, so it was like already through the pandemic. So when I started, you drove into the warehouse and you got your packages that way. Well, the way they used to do it is you'd drive up and you'd bring they'd give you like this cart and you'd bring it out and load your car that way. Kind of like what they do for like Whole Foods and stuff like that. I gotta get over. So now with Whole Foods, once I say I've parked and I try to check in, it won't allow me to check in until I go inside and scan my driver's license. Well, I've never had to do that at any warehouse till today. So today I had to scan my driver's license, which is fine with me. That way it's in the system that I checked in. So even if my app has problems, they know I checked in. So that's great. All right, so once I scanned my license and I checked in, I walked over to the lady and I showed her my phone because it'll show you how long your block is for. A 3-hour block, a 4-hour block, 5, so on and so on, all right? So she told me it would be a bit because they didn't have any 3-hour blocks available at that time. But it wasn't long. I was waiting maybe 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes before a block came up. So you wait kind of near the door. They had these like rain jackets. There were so many of them, and I actually was like, I asked her, I'm like, are those for us to buy? No, they're for the staff there, so we don't get them. I would love one though, I really would. Nice rain jacket. Oh, it looks like my route's keeping me in Tampa all day today. But anyways, what's confusing about these, I believe this is the Amazon.com. So I get it's a big cart and I wheel it down the ramp and outside and behind my truck. Now, I've done videos before of how you can organize your trunk better, and I'll link it up here if I can. Just the little yellow stickers that are on each package really is a classification system, and it really, really, really is helpful to the drivers, telling you the order of hierarchy with the packages, like first, second, third. So normally it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and things like that, but with I think it's Amazon.com, it's not. It'll have a bunch of letters, some numbers, and more letters. So I wanted to show it to you when we stop, because the way that I will organize my packages is I'll do all the 100s are here. I'll put all the 200s behind me, all the 300s right there, and 400s and so forth in the trunk, okay? I do not organize the packages like 101, 102, because you'll be sitting there all day. they're not really numbered in order. So I hope that's helpful. When we stop, I will show you. Okay, so once that you get here, this right there is how you tell which package you need to grab. Everything's done by a code system or a number system or some sort of a label system. So, and it's in no order because this says 105A, and when I'm looking through the 100 packages, there's a 101. So they're not in order. That's why I didn't put them in order from 101, 102, 103. It took me about 20 minutes to get here from the station, and now the next stop is about 4 minutes away. I really didn't like leaving the package where I left it because I feel like it could easily get taken, but I mean, that's not really, I just hope it's the right spot. There was a big number 1 there, so I hope it's the right spot. That last drop-off was really strange because usually when you have multiple packages for one address, they'll just be under one stop and there'll be multiple packages. But that last stop had 2 different packages, but they had it separate. It was really strange, but oh well. 4 minutes to the next one. Here we are. We basically just do this over and over and over again until all 32 packages have been delivered. Oh boy, I got my baseball hat on now, guys, because I'm sweating so badly. Like, my hair was drenched, and I knew I was gonna need it. It is 6:56, so we've got like an hour and some change left, and I think we're about maybe halfway done. I wanted to finish early, but I stopped to get coffee because I really needed it. So since I feel like I'm behind, I'm gonna try to rush through these last bunch of stops, so forgive me if I don't record. Depending on the time of day when it comes to apartment complexes, sometimes I knock because I don't really like leaving the packages unattended, just because, you know, there's so many people that have access. So usually anytime after 7 a.m. and before 7 p.m. I'll knock. Only for apartment complexes, never for houses. So there are 2 tips or questions I wanted to give you that a lot of people ask about logistics deliveries. Number 1, I'm going to show you this label here. If you see that the sticker is a little bit over the barcode that you need to scan, luckily for me it did scan, but if for any reason whatsoever you can't scan the barcode, this is for logistics only. You see that little, the longer, more rectangular barcode right next to it, you can scan that one instead, but they prefer you to scan the regular QR code first. So that's tip number 1. And another thing that a lot of people ask me is, how do you know you're actually at the right place? Because, you know, some places don't actually have a number. Well, if you look at this picture right here, the map literally shows you. So you actually can't mark it as delivered until you are within a certain distance of that number. So it's almost, except for when it comes to apartment complexes, it's a little bit off sometimes, like we all know, but it's almost error-proof. Another thing that a lot of people ask is, what happens if you can't deliver a package? So with Amazon Flex, they pretty much want you to deliver the packages no matter what. You are supposed to try to keep them out of view of, you know, people walking by and cars driving by, just to prevent theft. So they try to tell you to try to kind of hide it from the view of the street the best that you can. But if every single attempt to deliver this package does not work, which pretty much you always can deliver unless it's like one time I had like a jail and it was closed, like a closed business, then you would have to mark it as not able to be delivered. And they do give you the option of contacting the customer too, so you can try to contact them to try to, you know, get access. But you would mark it as undeliverable and you would have to return it back to the station. It doesn't happen often. I think I've had to return maybe 2 or 3 packages in my life. So, just a couple of tips. Just another tip I wanted to give you too, is because right now it is 7:49, and if you do happen to go, so my block's from 5 to 8, so if I happen to work past 8 o'clock, as long as it's like 30 minutes or more, you can actually contact Amazon, and you have to be very, very, very descriptive about the block, day, time, all the information you can, which warehouse it's out of, and then you have to tell them what time your actual block ended. I mean, you can't sit around and do nothing for like an hour and then expect them to pay you, but they will pay you if they see that you were working the whole time. So just a tip. I've had them pay me hours. I actually have. So we have 6 stops left and we are done. Woo! I do have to say, the one good thing about today is it is Independence Day observed. So most of the banks, well, none of the banks are open. So it's basically a federal holiday. So as of right now, I would be dealing with lots of traffic. I am not. So that's a plus in my book. So I just wanted to show you the notes real quick right here. Even though I told you that we have to try to hide them, the customer can leave notes for us that we should read. Basically, they make us click that we've read it and understand it before we can deliver. But just pay attention, because this customer must have had packages stolen before, so they put a message saying make sure to hide it as best as you can. Like I said, we do it anyways, but I just wanted to show you so you know to pay attention to the notes, because even with Whole Foods, they do have notes. We're on to our last stop. Woo-hoo. Alright guys, we are home now. They didn't send me any instant offers on the way home. I finished up, I was only 20 minutes from home. I checked, there are no other blocks available, but I wanted to try to show you guys as much as I could for logistics, because you know, I've been doing a lot of Whole Foods and I really like logistics and I really want to get back to it, and I really liked that new warehouse. I really liked the setup, and I like that they have really early morning blocks, which is what I like to do. So I hope you guys got some use out of this video. Any questions or anything I didn't cover, just put down below in the comments. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Peace out.